Good afternoon and welcome back to the back garden yard. And today's video we're going to show you how to double your pole bean and your green bean yield. Meanwhile, we'll walk back there through the regular garden and slow down and take a couple of look at some of the things that are growing. Here's the cucumbers, and they've all reached the top of this fence and they're bearing. Let's take a look. Here's a couple that are like 2 days away from picking size. There's another 2 or 3. Squash plant. Picking these tomorrow. Zucchini plant. Picking it tomorrow. But anyway, the purpose of this video are beans. I'm going to show you how to double or triple your output of beans. So here's the bush beans, and they're very healthy, and as you see, they're blooming. And then over here are the pole beans, and they've reached the top of the fence. And this is the trick that I wanted to show you. So what you do is when they get up here, you pinch off the top, and then that makes side shoots come out all the way up, and then you take these side shoots and you push them over as they come out. And let's see if I can find a better example. Here's a good one. So right here is where I topped it, and then right here is where the side shoot came out, and I pushed it over here because they want to go straight up too. Here's another one. And so what I'll have to do, and you got to be careful, they break off, but anyway, then I'm going to let it run out this way, and then there'll be another one come out here, and I'll let it run out. And so what that's going to do is at least double the output of pole beans that you'll get. Now sometimes you can take them when they get to the top and you can let them run along top of the fence, but then you've got this huge amount of growth at the top of the fence, and you've got all this fence down here that's got very little in it. So with this method, you're going to double your yield of pole beans. Then next, of course, are the pole beans, and once again, they are just doing great. The whole fence is filling in like I wanted it to, and so that is what we wanted to see. We've been getting a lot of rain. I've still got a puddle here, so we'll walk out of the pole beans. I've actually got pole beans on both sides because I had too many plants come up when I planted them. So I said, well, I got this fence with nothing on it, why don't I just try putting a few over here? And now I've got 2 rows of pole beans. And then these are here are some pole lima beans, and I think over here you can see the method even better. Let's look at it. Yeah, so these got up to the top and I topped them, and then here's a side branch that came out, and it's all the way over to here now, and they grow 4 or 5 inches a day, so you have to every morning get up and move them on over. Okay, well that's what you do to increase the pole beans. These are the limas that I've been showing on the video, and they're doing very, very well. They're spreading out very nicely, and they're running this fence. Now one thing about these limas is you can see, here's one plant, and then it's at least 6 feet for the next plant, and then maybe 3 feet for the next one. Now, I don't think this whole side here has but about 8 plants, because these things spread so well that if you plant them too close together, they crowd each other out and they won't bear. So these lima plants are just doing great. Lima bean plants. And here's a lima bean that is, you can almost see the little lima beans inside it now, and whole clusters of them are coming. Now here's the bush beans, and as you can see, this bush bean plant has already got beans almost ready to harvest on it. And you can also see that it's falling over from the weight of the plant and the beans. So what we're going to do is we're going to support it. We're literally going to tie it kind of up like a tomato plant. So let's get back over to the other side. You can see they're starting to bloom, so this is when you want to be doing this. And I'm going to use these stakes, and I'll go ahead and hammer one in, and then I'll hammer the rest in and finish the video. So the first one we're going to hammer in, we're going to put it right over here at the edge. And actually, I'm going to use this one. See if you can see this. I can just press it down with my foot. There it is. That's one on one side. And we're going to use the hammer. And we'll put this one on this side. Okay, and I'm going to repeat the process all the way down on both sides, and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so now we've got the poles up. I've got a various and assorted selection of poles. I had to just use what I could find for this. I'm almost to run out of poles. I've used so many, but anyway, we've got the poles up, and I went ahead and we're going to use this twine that I use for everything, and I've already pre-cut some, so I'm going to tie up these first couple of sections, then I'll cut the camera off and I'll finish, and then I'll turn it on after the job is done. Simple square knots usually enough. In this particular case, this is so slick, I'm going to have to wrap it around a couple times to keep it up. Okay. And that should do it. Then we're going to lay the plant over this. Lay the plant over this. Lay the plant over. Pull it tight. Here. Across. The same thing. Run it around 2 or 3 times. And we're going to come back to the front. Here. We'll come back across here again. It's because we've got extra string. We'll tie it down. Okay, now we want to take the plants and lay whatever leaves come over. And this will give them the support they need to keep from falling over, and they'll make about double the amount of green beans they normally make. As they get taller, this will work even better. You want to go ahead and get this before they fall over. Okay, and that's how you do it. I'm going to do one more. May look like a mess, but it really works good. Keep green beans from falling over. And of course, as you see, when you get taller, I can put one more row. It's usually about all you need. And when I finish, I'll turn it back on and we can check out the whole thing. Okay folks, the tying project for the bush beans is completed, and as you can see, I've got them in sections. Got the leaves hanging up over. We'll walk down the road right quick. And what this does, it gives extra support, especially when the wind blows and when it rains, so these beans will not fall over. And when they fall over, the stem will break, and that's the end of that plant. So this helps it. As you see, I got plenty of room to put another row later on when they get bigger. And that, my friends, is the end of the video. If you like this video, if it seemed helpful for you, please subscribe, like, and we'll see you on the next one. And these, of course, are my pride and joy. These are my green beans, and I've got to get out here and pick them now. They are ready to pick. So maybe I'll add these if I have time today. They say it's going to rain. I'll add these to my harvest of the carrots and the beets that I'm going to show, because it's time to get these beans. Okay folks, so here's today's harvest. I'll go in and give you a close-up of everything we got today from the garden. Now, of course, there are lots more of the beets and carrots. I only got enough for a meal or two. But anyway, here you go. Here's the carrots. Here's the beets. Of course, the cucumbers. And then I got a whole bucket full of green beans off the green bean patch, and I mean, it's just loaded. I'll be picking like that every 3 or 4 days now, as long as they keep coming in. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it got a little long, but people wanted to see the entire garden, so now we have seen it. If you enjoy content like this, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.